Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I pray you all are doing well by the grace of God. So today I came across a TikTok video that has sparked a lot of conversation. I tell you guys. So two young ladies, I believe teenagers, went shopping at TJ Maxx. And so while in the store, they were trying on sunglasses and laughing, having fun, when suddenly a stranger who also is a lady approached them and started berating them. I tell you, she berated them, even went to the extreme of saying they stink, they smell. I guess from everything that she said, she was making a point that, they didn't have to make it what it is. But we're going to go into it. So I'm just wondering, because this moment has kind of divided opinions online. So I'm wondering if it was simply a case of someone overstepping their boundaries, or was it a genuine concern that she poorly expressed. And so I want us to explore this together and look at different perspectives and hopefully encourage a more thoughtful conversation. So let's get into it.
I heard you said something worth $34 was not worth $34, as if you could not afford it. And your assertion that it would not be a commodity you would wear upon your objectified body as a woman. So tell me, price your bodies in this TJ Maxx to me as you view items that you would encapsulate yourself within, as you smell right now. They won't catch that on camera. They reek, and I regret asking them questions. They look like this. Anything else? Any representation?
I don't know if you guys have seen that video of those two girls in TJ Maxx just trying on sunglasses, when that random girl comes up to them and is just like, $34 is $34 if it bequeaths your objectified body, or something crazy like that. But after watching that video, it reminded me of why I don't go to TJ Maxx anymore. And it's because last time I went to TJ Maxx, I was confronted by a girl just like the one from that video. I was in the candle aisle of this TJ Maxx, just smelling the candles because I'm a sucker for a good candle, when all of a sudden I hear the clickety clackety of these high heels approach me from behind. But then all of a sudden the clickety clackety stops. I turn around to see this girl like a foot away from me, just staring at me, mouth breathing. Also, side note, she was wearing high heels, baggy Galaxy leggings, and a sweatshirt. Like it was a weird combo. Anyways, a couple uncomfortable moments later of her just staring at me, she says something. She goes, "You look bored." And trying to end it there, I was just like, oh no, like I'm good, I'm perfectly stimulated. I kid you not, she goes, your body language tells me otherwise. I was straight up, I was like, I don't know if we're speaking the same language. But she goes, let me entertain you. She proceeds to start playing this song on her phone, and she puts her phone on the shelf, and she starts performing for me. She starts strutting around me like she's about to go in for the kill, and I keep on turning to face her so she doesn't like sneak up on me. But as the music picks up, it gets harder and harder to keep track of her because she keeps on bobbing and grooving around me. Suddenly, as I'm turning around to face her, I hear a whisper in my ear, and she's just like, "Ladies and gents, this is the moment you're waiting for." And she just goes, "Whoa," and I like turn to completely face her, and she takes off a fake fedora. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wait, she's performing The Greatest Showman to me. And I'm just standing in this TJ Maxx thinking, like, this can't be real. Like, I didn't even meet this woman a minute ago, and now she's performing The Greatest Showman. Once I realized what was happening was actually happening, I just walked away. And bro, tell me why she just kept performing. Fast forward to now, when I see the video of the girl being like, $34 isn't worth $34, I start getting flashbacks because the girls look like almost the same. Their mannerisms are like the same. So I'm thinking, like, is this the same girl? I just want to know what brings someone to start acting like.
Watching this, honestly, my first reaction was, I was kind of surprised, shocked that she came up to these two young ladies like that. And it seems like the two other girls, they seem scared or taken aback by the way she came up to them. Like, for me, I don't think that's the right energy. I mean, that's not the right energy. And to kind of interrupt them in such a direct way, for me, I was scared for the lady. Like, I was scared for her, because if it was any other, these girls, I think they were teenagers, because if it were any other grown up or adult, I don't think she would come up to them like that. And I think many of us can relate to having moments in public where energy doesn't match. Like, but how we choose to respond can make all the difference. I mean, the woman, she made some comments about them being not able to afford the $34 sunglasses, especially with their objectified bodies, and whether they, and finally she said they smelled. Okay, while her approach was harsh and agreeably disrespectful, it raises a lot of questions. Did she feel offended by their energy? Was she perhaps projecting her own frustrations? Or she probably was simply trying to impose her own standards of behavior on others? I mean, let's see other people's reaction to this. Because we don't know the full story, but it's important to reflect on the way we communicate our discomfort. And so a lot of people, I have found some other videos of some people reacting. One lady, she was talking about saying that she actually know the lady in question, and some friction happened between her and the lady, or that was berating the two teenagers. And so well, let's hear what they have to say.
So the video of that girl at TJ Maxx that's going around has been very validating and funny for me to see, because I know her. I'm the reason, or at least the start of the reason, why she got expelled from our college. We were in a group together for a project that was for a very sensitive and important topic for the class we were taking, because the class we were taking was a pretty intense hands-on class, and she verbally pretty much like assaulted our other group member and I so bad, and threatened us, and just did a couple other things that I had to email my professor, because I was like, I'm not doing this. And when our professor talked to her, I don't know full details, but it was so bad that she ended up getting arrested and escorted off campus. And my partner and I were told that if we saw her on campus, because she was banned from campus, or even tried to speak to us, anything, in any way, that we were to call the police. Which is kind of, that's like that's pretty insane. And on top of that, if you look up her arrest records, she literally got in trouble for busting the windows out of a church, like during COVID. But the church she busted the windows out of, she busted them out of their daycare. So she pretty much she ruined a ton of families' affordable, cheap daycare, which is wild. And she also has she has all these other arrests for shoplifting and things like that. I think she has a felony shoplifting thing, because she doesn't believe that she doesn't believe that she should have to fall into capitalism and consumerism, which, yeah, capitalism's bad. We shouldn't have to deal with it to that point. But she thinks buying just anything is excessive consumerism, and just all that. She actively threatens people and rants about people in a really scary way on her Instagram. And then on her Twitter, she's very heavily involved in the ED side, And it's just, she's just a very interesting human, and I highly recommend looking up her Twitter. Which, hold on. This is an example. So she's also talking about it. But yeah, this isn't her first time doing stuff like this.
I heard something worth $34 is not actually worth $34, as if you could not afford it, as if it could not commodify you and bequeath you upon your objectified body as a woman. So tell me, price yourself here in this TJ Maxx as you shop for objects that could encapsulate from within. You smell. The camera can't see, but they reek. And I regret ever asking them questions. This is what they look like. Anything else you want me to add?
No thanks, I'm good.
No? You don't want to represent your community?
I'm okay.
You dress like a failure.
Okay.
Sid.
Come on, Sid.
I think by now we've all seen the video from Jimmy Garcia 14 where she posted the woman at TJ Maxx talking about the $34 sunglasses. And as somebody who has a loved one with schizophrenia, I believe what's going on with the lady in that video was psychosis. I believe she was having a mental health break. And I think Jimmy did a great job of handling the situation in the moment. And Jimmy has done a great job of explaining why she posted the video. It was more or less just like her experience, and that she wasn't making fun of the lady, she says. You know, she just wanted to post it to share her experience. And she said she actually hopes that she gets the help she needs. Unfortunately, there are people who are making fun of the lady. I've seen videos where they're creating a satire of it, they're recreating it, things like that. Mental health is not something to be made fun of. Mental health is not satire. You will see that there are certain things that I say I will not talk about. Mental health is one of them. People ask me about Kim Richards. I won't talk about Kim Richards because she's going through drug and alcohol issues, and I think also mental health issues. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to snark about that. And I'm asking you, if you are thinking about making a satire video of this, or you want to post a comment that you think is funny, joking about this woman, please think before you post. This is a very sad situation, and I'm sure she has family out there who loves her very much and just wants to see her safe. And it's not always something that family can control. So just think about it before you post those comments.
So online, people are quite divided when it comes to opinions. It's fascinating how one woman can bring out so many different views on public etiquette, kindness, and freedom of expression. But I did find some comments, some of them that were very insightful, especially explaining what she meant by all that, all that paragraph that because I for one, when I first listened to her, I couldn't make sense of what she was saying. But it's when I started reading the comment in my mind, I'm like, the first thing that came to mind was, she's not supposed to walk up to people like that. That is very wrong. Like, even if what she was saying makes sense, my first reaction would not be to listen to what she's saying. My first reaction will be, that is wrong. So Ariana Violet 88 says, guys, she's trying to say that as women, we are already objectified. You shouldn't be saying that $34 isn't worth it because you are worth more as a woman. And when the lady said they reek, she was saying that because of their don't care attitude, since they are ruining their body for being high. I don't understand that, but Rai says, so she's basically saying that the girls think they're too good for the sunglasses, I think, maybe. And another user says her name is Ashley Banks and she has always been weird. She has mugshots from South Carolina. She had an incident with breaking stuff at the Baptist church. The truth will set you free says, I would have laughed so hard if that was me. I guess me too. This is the kind of person that you just ignore and act like she wasn't even talking to you and walk away. That's true. It's giving you think you just fell out of a coconut tree. I don't know what that means, but hey. Vanessa says no one gets her point, and we didn't see if there were any interaction during the storm making her come up to them. So the video is out of context. Everyone's so ready to jump on the laughing train just shows the immaturity teen thought process. Try to look at the big picture before judging. She was conveying a point which you all missed. Another user says she does not keep up with the current economy and some discount stores are not that cheap. So those girls were stating facts. Most likely, girl, mind your business. She thinks she's the nerdy girl in the Disney movie finally standing up to the bullies. People.
My only take on this is that I would never, ever spend $35 or $34 on a pair of sunglasses. Why? Because that is the number one item that gets lost. That's the number one item I've ever lost. Like, I've probably in my lifetime lost 50 plus pairs of sunglasses. Most I've ever spent on sunglasses is like $18. They will get lost. They get lost so easily. No, we're not spending $35 on some sunglasses.
For me, this moment is kind of like a reminder of how important it is to approach others with grace. If we feel uncomfortable in public, we can choose to express that respectfully or just walk away. Because now, today, there are so many content creators out there. Some people, they go to the stores and they video record themselves going through some of the products and telling, just giving people information. So these girls, I believe that they were just trying to create content and talk about how expensive those sunglasses are. People do that all the time, but you going up to them to berate them in such a disrespectful manner, I don't think that was right. But hey, again, what else can we say to these things? But thank you guys for taking the time to reflect on this with me. I would truly love to hear your thoughts. How would you have handled the situation if you were there? Do you believe either side was fully in the right or wrong? Let's keep the discussion kind and thoughtful in the comments. If you found this video meaningful, please click that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet, so that you don't miss out on conversations like this. And please share with somebody that you think they need to hear this. I look forward to reading your perspectives. Until next time, stay gracious and stay kind. Bye bye.